Welcome back to Thrive. It's been a really long time since I played it last, and I'm just going to say right now, I'm not going to continue whatever I did back then. I'm just going to pretend like that didn't exist, and I'm going to pretend like you don't exist. So, well, I'm kidding. Actually, I hope you do exist. That would be a bit awkward if you didn't. Anyway, I'm going to hop into Thrive, and I'm going to tell you what I want to do. So, welcome to Thrive. I know I played it a while ago, but this game has updated so much since then. Like, there's a lot. I don't even remember what it was like back when I played it on the channel, but I'm just going to pretend like that didn't exist. I have played this before in my own time, including this new update, and let's just say that they made pretty much a prototype for the rest of the whole game. It is wacky, but yeah, I'm just going to start a new game. I'm not going to worry about any of this kind of stuff, just because I want to show you the prototypes, just because it's actually pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. But it is also really cool, and I want you guys to see it. So this first stage, the sales stage, it's just the same as before. So I'm just going to pretty much just don't want tutorials. I'm pretty much just going to go until I get to the prototypes, which is the part that you want to see. So I'll see you when that happens. All right. I'm back. So this is the cell I've created. It's basically got some of this stuff that turns heat into energy, and I'm still in the vents, which is basically like the volcanoes, so it's really hot where I am. I think it's like 100 degrees. I also have the signaling agent and the binding agent. So here, signaling and binding, and I will show you why I need those. So here I am. As you can see, my energy isn't the best, but I'm not dying, so that's good. I've got the signaling agent, which allows me to do these things. I want to do move to me, which will make the other cells that I've created, as you can see, move to me. So everyone's moving to me. Then with my binding agent, I press B and basically press it a bunch of times to bind together. So I'm essentially controlling all of these guys here, as you've probably seen before. This isn't new exactly. But what is new is that when you get at least 5 cells binded to you, when you get at least 5 of these guys together, you can click this on the right to become multicellular, which begins the prototypes. This cell stage is really close to completion, or I don't know how close to completion it is, but it is really good. It's like not glitchy at all. It's really well done. There can definitely be more stuff added to it, but for now, and I named it Extreme Rager because that's what you are. Anyway, for now, we're going to go into the prototypes and it will become multicellular. This part is pretty well done. Pretty much as you can see here, it's the same as before. You've got the report, the patch map. You can make different cells. So if I click here and duplicate it and call this like the brain, for example, this is the exact same as the stem cell because I just duplicated it. If I hit modify, I can actually change this cell and it won't change the other one. And in the multicellular phase, I reckon there's going to be more than just this, but we have access to this thing I'm not pronouncing and the axon. This doesn't really do anything, but it's basically just helps with muscles, but it doesn't do anything at the moment in the game. These axons though, these basically help create a brain. And so if I put this here, that's a brain tissue now. So if I go back to editor, I can now put this brain tissue on. But I'm not going to do that for the moment. I just want stems. And as you can see, I'm putting it around like this. And now in the base game, as you can see though, just ignore my ATP by the way, I'm just a single cell, even though you clearly saw me add 3 more. And that's because this is really cool. It actually makes you grow the other cells. So if you can see my ammonia and phosphate bars at the bottom right of the screen, as they get bigger, it's kind of like my age. And as you just saw, I grew another cell. So, and it also fixed my ATP, which is why I'm not worrying about it too much. But I now have 2 cells. Yeah, so this is really cool. This works really well. I guess it only really becomes better if the cell stage has more stuff, and then also the axon, what was it called? I don't remember. You know, the brain part and the muscle part, those get fixed, and then some more multicellular specific stuff. But so far this is pretty good. I mean, it is a little glitchy in that as you can see, they're clearly not connected very well, which is a little strange. And if you can have enough of these cells around you, then they start overlapping and stuff, and it looks a little glitchy. Now this is what I made in the editor. I had the 3 cells around me. Now what I want to do is actually become macroscopic, as you can see over here, but I need 20 cells to do that. It's going to take a little while, it shouldn't take too long, but I'm basically going to do that now, so see when that happens. Something I should say real quick is that depending on the order you place the cells in the editor, that's the order you'll grow them. So say if you want like a tail cell where you put a bunch of the tail things on the, what's it called, flagellum? I can't remember what it's called, you know what I mean? If you create like a tail cell and you put that on last, you will grow it last. You'll only grow it like pretty much at the end. So what you should do is put the tails on before a lot of the other stuff. It might not be straight away, but you might want to put the tails on before a lot of the other stuff because you get them faster, so you can actually use them for the majority of the time playing. I don't know. Yeah, this is pretty much the multicellular phase. It's pretty cool. You can do quite a lot with it as it is right now, but I'm going to hop into macroscopic right now. And it's macroscopic time. Let's go. I clicked the thing, and here we are. The most broken part of the prototype. You're about to see something beautiful. Yes. Look at this thing. I can't change the camera view. I can zoom in and out. Oh yeah, I can change the camera view, my bad. I just hold down the scroll wheel. I can change the reproduction. Actually, I can't. Behavior, that's just this. Appearance. That doesn't exist at the moment, but I do have my brain cell, and I'm going to click it a whole bunch. There you go. Do you like my beautiful creature? Well, you should if you don't. Just to let you know, you do actually need a bunch of brain parts, and I'll show you why in a sec. So we're going to go confirm. And we're going to look at this. So I'm in the ocean at the moment. I'm currently trying to move, but I can't really move. I can hold down C to bring up the mouse and evolve whenever I want. So I can also swim up. And as you can see, that's like a dead AI sort of thing. Anyway, I'm going to move to land. Don't worry about awaken at the moment, but I'm going to move to land. Here I am on land. And I can kind of fly. Yeah, don't worry about that. I can just casually fly. So if you hold down space, you can literally fly. So as you can see, my beautiful creature, not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me of a vacuum cleaner, or you can view the big pole as a neck. So it kind of reminds me of like a giraffe with no legs, like a slug giraffe. I don't know, whatever. This is pretty funny, but I can fly, so I'm a bird, giraffe, slug. That's pretty much what I am. I'm also red, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is pretty much it. So well, if you can't awaken, so you don't have enough of that is actually brain tissue cells. So I've got 10.5 apparently brain tissue cells. So you just basically evolve and you can add some more. But I'm going to awaken to the awakening stage, which just happened just then. So as you can see, I can interact with a bunch of things. I can't do anything with the tree as of yet, and I'll show you everything later. But I do have a rock, which I will pick up. So I have 2 rocks. And if I press I, it brings up my inventory space, which is cool. So I guess I have 2 pockets and 1 like hand, I guess. And as you can see, I'm obviously holding these rocks. Yeah, makes perfect sense. And I'm flying about. Anyway, so if I go to crafting, I can make a stone axe by putting in 2 rocks, like I've done here, and clicking this arrow, and I've created a handy axe, which is cool. It's a stone axe. And if I come over to this tree, I can harvest it and it will drop some wood. So I want to pick up this wood. And then that's all you can craft. You really can't craft anything else. But if you press N, it brings up this structure building thing where you need 1 rock and 2 wood. So you can just drop this handy axe on the ground and pick up this rock, and not crafting, but down here, the society center, here it is, really. I can build it. Oh my goodness. I can fly up with it. I'm going to build it right, we'll go right there if I can. Is it going to let me build it? No, I think it actually has to be touching the ground, sadly. So we'll build it. Oh, so you actually had to press N to build it, not left click or right click or anything. And it's supposed to be on the ground, but because I like glitching things, it's above the ground. It's not even touching the ground. And I guess what they've done is that it's supposed to look something like this, like just with the white parts, but I completely forgot what I was going to say. But, oh yeah, actually I think I remember. But if I start building it by getting these 3 rocks and deposit the materials and getting 2 pieces of wood, I accidentally picked up handy axe, but that's fine. I can deposit the wood and the stone, and I can finish construction. To do that, you actually have to not be moving, so I'm just going to get on top of this real quick. This is tricky. I'm making this way too tricky for myself. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. There you go. I finished it. And that's pretty much the awakening stage so far in the prototype. With my beautiful giraffe slug bird, I'm going to found a settlement, and I'm transforming into a society as my giraffe slug bird is spinning around somewhere. Are we going to have a look? I don't know. I think he's spinned off the map. Okay, I can't see him. Wow. Oh, great. But this is the society stage, as you can see. This is beautiful. So I don't know what G does exactly. Oh, it possesses a member of your species for direct control. But it doesn't work at the moment, I don't think. Yeah, I can't really do anything. Anyway, press N to build more stuff, and press T, or you can just click at the bottom, fold this by the way, and press T to go into the research. You want to research steam power because you can't do anything else, so just click start research on that. But you also want to build this hunter-gatherer lodge, but you need to wait for your guys because I only have a population of 5 to build it. And I'm not controlling anyone, I'm just controlling my own thing, I suppose. There's also like a desert or something over here, so that's weird. Also, every single prototype will look the same as this, except with a different creature, I suppose. Anyway, so we researched steam power, and we can now build a steam-powered factory, but obviously I can't do that yet, and because it'll take ages to do so. Also, are they flying? I guess they spawn in and then fly off, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, I need to build more of these hunter-gatherer lodges because they will make the stone and wood production a lot faster, and it will increase the total population, I think, which is what this means at the top left. Maybe that means food, actually, I guess, and with more food, more population, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure. And this science little thing doesn't really do anything either. I am going to wait for this one to get finished built. Now, I could build another one, but I want to wait for this to finish building because it costs a certain amount to start. Like for this, for example, it costs 1 stone and 1 wood to start, but then it actually requires 3 stone and 2 wood to finish building. I think that's pretty cool because it means that you can start somewhere and then it actually has to be built, rather than obviously things getting built straight away isn't totally realistic at all. It actually takes a while to be built, but obviously just waiting like 30 real life minutes for it to get built obviously isn't enjoyable or anything. Here is the finished hunter-gatherer lodge, which is pretty cool. I also want to build another one. I'm pretty sure a society center will just add more population. I'm not entirely sure, but don't worry about it too much unless you want to actually stay in this stage for longer than I am. And I'm just going to be putting a bunch of these down because we're eventually going to get to a point where we're getting so much stone and wood that it doesn't they don't really need to wait. But I will wait for this next one to be built, just because it's actually taking a bit longer than I would have thought. But there you go, it's being built. Now I'm just going to build some more of these, and I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so they've all finished these hunter-gatherer lodges, and as you can see, my stone and wood production is going up really fast. So I'm going to start this in just a second. There you go. So it looks the same as this, but I am moving into the industrial stage. There you go. So once you have enough stone and wood, the factory will be built. Once that happens, we'll get a little cutscene where we zoom out. I'm not doing this. And here we go. This is a city, I guess. I think that's just, yeah, that's just an automatically generated thing. But basically we've also got, so we've got N and G again. They do different things, build a city, that kind of stuff, but we don't care about that. We're going to go straight to rocketry and start researching it. It's going to go up really fast. And now that it is done, I'm going to click on the city and build a rocket. So you can't really do anything else. Also, it says -1 science, which is a little broken. Like, the science doesn't really work too much. But so far, this is pretty cool. I can definitely see the potential. But so far, this is actually pretty funny. We're going to move to space stage, and this, it's a little broken. So watch this cutscene. That is a lot of smoke and fire for a tiny little rocket ship. Now, as the rocket ship gets higher, the amount of smoke and fire it creates gets smaller, which is funny. I think it's just a bug that pretty much the amount of smoke and fire the rocket ship creates depends on how high up it is. But we are literally just watching this. This is a cutscene. But it's pretty cool, quite like it, and the music is really nice. I love the music. But here we go, we are on space stage. As you can see, that is a planet. It looks pretty cool. If you click on the planet, you can't build anything. There's also this, which is Ascension, that you can research, which I'll talk about in a sec. But if you click on the fleet, well, first of all, this sun looks really small compared to the planet, I'm not gonna lie. And then there's also this random asteroid. With the fleet, I'm going to move it and just, oh, you have to right click. So you click, move, and right click where you want it to move. I'm just going to get it to move here. As you can see, this is a beautiful animation for the rocket moving. It is actually going to decide to nuclear strike the entire planet by moving through the center of the planet to get to this little asteroid that is not even moving. So there you go. There you go. The rocket ship is now, well, hopefully as close as I can get it. It does seem to be under the rocket ship, so the rocket ship can't actually get to it. Same for the sun. I can't be bothered moving it all the way over there or waiting for it to move because that's going to take ages. But it won't do anything. It'll just fly to the center of the sun, if it'll even touch it. I think it just goes under, actually. But you can also construct things. Actually, I lied. Actually, if you get it to stop moving, I might be able to. No, you can't construct anything yet, because that's because you have to research Ascension. So I'm going to research that. Apparently it requires tech level sci-fi, but I don't see any sci-fi anywhere, so that's fine. There you go. Ascension is complete. I can't do anything with the planet, but I can now construct, yeah, here you go, Dyson Swarm. It's like a Dyson vacuum, but for a swarm. As you can see, obviously it costs about 300 stones to build a Dyson Swarm, obviously. Like, how could you not know? And I am not actually sure what it does or what it's supposed to be doing. If I click on Dyson Swarm, there's no more available information and I can destroy it, and now it's gone. So, okay, I guess. But the more important thing is that I can build the Ascension Gate. Obviously, you only need 1,100 stones to build this thing. Obviously, like seriously. So I'm just going to build it right here. And there you go, my beautiful rocket ship with its beautiful animation is going over here. And it built the Ascension Gate. And I can actually activate the Ascension Gate, which I'm going to do. I'm going to hit OK. And we're going to watch a beautiful animation of my beautiful giraffe slug. So there's one in the background, there's one here, and this guy This guy's going to go in the Ascension Gate. There you go, beautiful. He went to the center of it and then he flew up in the air. And now the credits are playing. But that is actually really cool. If you can just imagine how in-depth this will be, just assuming the cell stage is the smallest stage, the stage with the fewest amount of stuff, that has some huge potential, I'm not going to lie. But there you go. So you can do that with the Ascension Gate, and you do actually get unlocked God tools, meaning you can duplicate units and keep duplicating to them until the game crashes. But I really don't want the game to crash, so I'm just going to delete the units. I actually kind of regret that. I want one back. I can double the population, so you can see my population here. Oh, that is a huge population. It's actually got, okay, the population is 100% breaking. I can also teleport this planet. I can teleport the planet into the sun. There you go, or as close to the sun as I can, because the sun is actually in the air. So that's kind of sad. And with the Ascension Gates, I'm just going to destroy that casually. But yeah, I can also delete the planet. So I've only got the sun and this asteroid. But what the game will actually let you do is descend back into cell form, where you're pretty much playing the game again from scratch, but you also have some perks. So you go back into cell stage and you have, I'm not entirely sure where they're going from that. So you can have a read of this if you want to know more detail or whatever. But I'm just going to hit cancel. You also can't save while it's in prototype form. I hit OK, kind of regret that. I'm just not going to bother with this because I'm pretty sure it is no different. So yeah. Yes, okay. The game crashed when I pressed exit. I'm not sure why. I was worried the recording would not save. But we're good. We're all good. Anyway, what did I say last? I don't even remember. It was loading for ages. It was like several minutes of loading. That was a brisk 1 hour and 18 minutes. I'm going to definitely cut a lot of that out, because a lot of it was just me in the cell stage trying to get to the multicellular stage. It did take quite a while, but it was actually pretty fun, even though I was doing something I had already done before, because I'm pretty sure using the heat to turn into ATP, pretty sure that's the fastest way. Or I don't know, it's the most reliable way, because you don't really have to worry about too much. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I hope you liked the prototype stage. Definitely go check it out. The game is totally free. I have linked it in the description, so check it out. Yeah, that was it. Check out my other content, and I'll see ya.